Good morning. How's it going? Let's set this up on the other phone here. You know, that's how all my live feeds start. Make sure they're not fun. And we'll see if anybody comes in here. Got our coffee made by my lovely wife. She put, every now and then she'll put in cinnamon or vanilla. This time she did both. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Gotta love her. And she's awesome. Move this camera back a little bit. I love this tripod Racking gave me. This thing's awesome. I used it for some school events. Mind you, my hair's wet because she took a shower. I did this weird thing this morning. I worked out. Don't crash your trucks if you're listening to this. But I worked out. Can you believe that? Like, I actually got in front of the TV at YouTube and exercised. So trying to make the most of my week home. Gee, Steve, why are you home for the week? Well, there's a lot of things I had to catch up on, some appointments I had to make, and the race kind of sucks. So why not? Opportunity. Take a vacation when it's opportunistic. You know, don't take a vacation when rates are $3 a mile. Take a vacation when rates are $1 a mile, right? Thing is, after I filled this up, I had to make more coffee. And yeah, so I made more coffee for my wife. I did not put cinnamon or vanilla in it. I know Pale Rider's probably cringing right now, you know. But you know, we can talk about a few things. I've had a few people call and check up on me. I appreciate that. I talked to two of the light trucking contractors yesterday. It was good talking to them. And it's interesting to hear the different viewpoints. You know, that's what I like about the size of light trucking right now is that we all kind of know each other. We all kind of talk to each other. I don't think I've talked to Rich yet, but I've talked to Al. I've talked to Robert. I've talked to which I was talking to Robert before he came over here. And then I talked to Jason, of course, James G, the other James, and of course when Bess was over here, we talked all the time. When Harold was over here, we talked all the time. So we're always kind of bouncing ideas off each other. Jeff will call me on occasion when he's bored or he needs something, and we have a good tight-knit family here. So let's do some shout-outs. The typical, do some shout-outs, that kind of thing. Jose, what's up? Grafton, other trucker James Best, Big Tex Trucking, GNC family, what's up? Nittany Lion, Salty Pirate, Donnie Luke, Marty, Trucker Josh, Grafton, I already said you, Jason, Southbound Jay, was thinking about doing something. What are you thinking about doing, James Best? Going live? I saw your live feed the other night. Bob G, what's up? Denise White. Sitting day 2 with no loads here in Virginia. Yeah, Salty, I was kind of wondering when that was going to start affecting you. Now, Salty, I have a question for you. Agent Orange, that's partially what I'm doing this week. But she's working, so, I can slack off. It's been raining. Now, it's been raining so much here that I'm going to have to mow the lawn this weekend. I'm trying to get things in order, so when I have to run straight a month, I'm going to do it. It won't affect anything at home. It won't affect anything, with everything else. I was just watching a cockatoo named Max play a bell, but I guess I can finish that later and check in with y'all. Oh, nothing later. It's good for you. What's good for you, Jason? That's why I'm on vacation, says Jose. What kind of workout did I do? I'm trying to remember the name of it. Let's see. Let's look at the history here. I did it off of YouTube. Library, history. Oh, it's not on my history. I don't remember the name of it. It was like this combined aerobic slash body resistance kind of thing. Basically squats and jumping jacks, stuff like that. Very positive, motivating kind of thing. Big text calls, but no one ever calls back. Text, did you call me? Yeah.
The Body Project is the name of the channel.
The Body Project is the name of the channel. That's what I did today. Thank you. Oh, you gotta love her. Did you call me a stay, Rob? Doing yard work, says James Bass. Kevin and Ollie, how's it going? I saw that your little dog was sick. I hope she's doing okay. Waiting on permit to ex-na the curb. Oh, to deal with the curb. Okay, I was kind of wondering what you were doing there. What was the question? Oh yeah, sorry, Salty. So with your situation, since you're dispatched, are you in a situation where you tell your dispatcher not to go below a certain amount? Or, you know, because I know you're on the spot market, or are you basically taking anything that comes? I mean, is it his discretion of what he throws at you? Or do you say, hey, don't bother calling me if it's below X amount of mile? That's my question to you, Salty. And I was just curious. You know, I'm not on Zello right now, and so that would be a question I would ask there. But hey, why not? Why not ask it here? Because it's interesting. Oh, working out's good for me. Thank you, Jason. It's interesting to see how other people are handling the situation that we're in. Now, I read a report that freight volume is down 68%. That's why your rates are low. Ixnay the curve, okay. Little Bike Coach, have you hit the thumbs up today? Jesse Bennett, what's up? Truck for Life, good morning, welcome back. What's for lunch? What is for lunch? Probably something related to pork or hamburger. Oh, I'm sorry, Rob. I didn't know you. Did you call me since you've been in the hospital? I apologize for not calling back. I will call you today. There's a couple of people I'm going to call today. Now, this is my business phone I got on here. Still combing the low boards. Convoy, they love just sending me those emails saying that that I've been outbid. This time I was outbid by $440. So that means someone come in and took a load for less than $200 that I normally do for $5 at my lowest. And usually a bit high, they call and say, hey, and this is a load that picked up this morning, and they're waiting to the last minute to book some of these loads. They're waiting to see who's desperate to go as low as they possibly can. That is the situation we're in. I just got offered $1 to go to Denver. But Rob, I apologize. I will call you today because I want to pick up on you. I really do. You can ask some of my people. I'm kind of bad about callbacks. I'll get forgetful because a lot of times I'll literally sit at a dock for 2 hours, right, watching YouTube or just looking at the low board, right, and then you know, hey, your bills are done. Then I'll get 5 phone calls all at once. It's like, where was everybody 2 hours ago? Or I'll call somebody, they don't answer. So I call somebody else, they don't answer. Right? So I make 4 phone calls, nobody answers. So I feel unloved. and then I'll turn on Spotify. Next thing I know, I got like 18 phone calls, and now I'm trying to remember who I got to call back. So I have the opportunity to turn the load down, and I can look at load boards and ask for loads that I see. Right now, my cost per mile is $1.09. So I have $1.09 run it to pay for bills. So now we can't even find that. That's where a lot of drivers are parking. I watched an interesting video today about how this thing's going to change the trucking industry. And I honestly think that sorry, Jeff just sent me. Oh, good deal. Jeff's just sent me my quarterly IFTA. Since I fuel in the same places a lot, my IFTA usually averages about 60 to $80 a quarter. Which is kind of on par. It'll be a little bit less when I run a lot of Illinois, Indiana, and fuel there, but I haven't gone to St. Louis in quite a while. Sorry about that, guys. I got distracted there. But I think, oh yeah, we're talking about the $1.09. Salty, how are your costs so low? Because, well, number one, you're probably running a lot of miles, but also, I figured he had a higher end lease payment. But your home bills probably aren't as high as what I deal with, maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of wondering how you got your costs so low. But see, that's the thing though. If your costs are $1.09 and you still can't break even, that's a problem. That's a real big problem. Pale Rider, what's up? John loves Pale Rider's TikTok. Well, Pale Rider needs to figure out how to post them to Instagram. And I know he can do it because I see other people's TikToks on Instagram. So I can watch them because I refuse to get on TikTok. But you know, just like Jason said, to get $1. See, that's the problem. I understand getting $1 out of Denver. I understand getting $1 out of Florida. I understand getting $1 out of, you know, Dallas or Houston. But to take $1 in, what are you going to get out? 50 cents? I had a friend text me last night. He took $1.10 a load to get home, and he's parking it. Somewhere on your Instagram, well, they all need to be there, Pale Rider. Jeez. How do you think this will change the industry? Thank you for keeping me on track, Jesse. The things that he listed was lease ops. I think that the structure of leasing is going to change. Right now, Schneider is seeing an overabundance of people turning in their truck because, you know, the people that left Schneider but kept their SFI truck, they're not making it right now. Or they're making adjustments to change trucks. I've talked to 2 SFI guys that have done that. And it's, you know, so with the extraordinary price that Schneider wants for the SFI truck, that's going to come and bite them in times like these. It's easy to charge $300 and $400 and $4,500 a month for a truck when times are good, because people will justify it. Well, I'm $3 a mile, so if my costs are, you know, $400 a day, I can make that easy. What was the other thing? Brokers. The broker structure is going to get changed, I believe. Maybe not in the next month, maybe not even the next year, but there are going to be a lot of brokers that are going to go by the wayside, because what a lot of people don't know is having a brokerage actually costs money. You know, people want to make the assumption, well, they just got a phone and an office if they aren't at home, blah, blah, blah. But you have insurance. They have insurance just like anybody else. And insurance is going to go through the roof on a lot of stuff. And a lot of brokers are going to go bankrupt. So there's a lot more risk when you take a load. So if it's paying too good to be true, and it's not a big brokerage, I would worry, because, you know, if a broker's getting ready to file bankruptcy and they know it, they get the load moved, they pocket as much as they can, and give you an extraordinary rate, and then next thing you know, you don't see that money. You know, and I think a lot of people are frustrated with brokers right now, and it's easy to do, because, you know, when a broker asks you to run your truck for $1 a mile to go into an area that you know you're either going to have to deadhead out. Like, look at Salty, he's sitting in Virginia for 2 days, and so you're either sitting for 2 days or you're going to deadhead 2 or 3 or 400 miles to the next load. So that $1 a mile is now literally 50 cents a mile. All miles. $1 a mile loaded miles, just, it's non-sustainable. And so it's like the broker asking you to do something that's non-sustainable, right? But my conversations with some brokers is that, take a big brokerage like, let's use C.H. Robinson as an example. Let's say they got 5,000 loads a day across the nation. Now they've got 1,000. So that's a lot of money that they're not getting in. So yeah, they're going to be tight. You know, they want to get as much profit margin as we do. And right now, you know, on one end of the year it's in our favor, and another end of the year it's in their favor. I think right now it's in no one's favor. And that's the worst part about all of this, is that nobody's making money. With the exception, now, I take that back. You know, I talked to one of our contractors yesterday. He got a really good rate, but he really had to fight for it. And it was a special circumstance. And it was still below what he would normally do it for, but it was definitely higher than what the average is. And it was a last minute, I have to book this now, and I think a lot of that is going on. So when you have a shipper, let's use a beverage like Budweiser or Coke or Pepsi. Let's say they got a plant-to-plant load, right? Plant bottling company load. And it's not a high demand item, but it just needs to be shipped. So they put it on the broker boards for, say, this can pick up and deliver anytime between Monday and Friday. Once you book it, we'll set the appointments. And so now they post that load on Monday, and they'll post it for Tuesday tentatively. And nobody takes it. It's so low, nobody takes it, right? So they just push it from to Tuesday. So Tuesday morning still doesn't move. Wednesday, you know, see what I mean? Schneider does that with drop trailers. You know, a load could sit in a trailer for, you know, especially if it's paper products or something, you know, non-perishable. Temperature is not a big deal. It can sit in a trailer indefinitely. I mean, there's a lot of loads that go on Schneider trailers, and then the Schneider trailers are dropped at the OCs for Christmas. They'll ship these loads in September, October, put them on the yards, and get that October, or no, they'll get that August, September rate. And then that way, October, they're not paying those higher rates to get the Black Friday stuff in. And that's the other thing that's going to change with this industry. Black Friday. A friend of mine who's very smart in business, who's lost a lot of money during this thing, a lot, like 6 figures. He told me that a lot of people don't realize that with everybody out of work, and a lot of these businesses that require on fourth quarter earnings, you know, basically the Christmas season, the last hurrah of the year, is going to suffer because people aren't going to be buying. You know, Black Friday is going to be very interesting this year. You know, so that in turn hurts a lot of the small businesses, and that's where the real pain is. The real pain is in the small trucking companies and the small businesses. Let me read some comments here. Correct, I pay myself $700 a week, and that pays all my bills, which is also included in the $100 item. All in payment is $918 a week. Good deal. I have to say, your insights keep us thinking. Cool, thank you, Jesse. I have to say SFI always price their trucks too high, says John. I'm holding up pretty well because I don't spend any money. Since I've started with this truck, I was able to bank $7K. I'm not too worried as of now, but this doesn't change quick. I might be in trouble. Salty, congratulations to you for saving up $7,000. That is awesome. I'm happy to see you succeed. That is great. A lot of Schneider ICs are having a tough time as well, but it seems to be the ones that I dealt before COVID. Right, and that's the thing, GNC, is so whatever your weaknesses are, this is going to magnify. You know, and I'm not immune to that. Blue White Coach says, Kool-Aid, oh yeah. Provost Motorsports, good morning. Gotta have 6 to lose 6, absolutely. Provost is working on bankruptcy. South Georgia Indian Rider, I'm checking in from I-85 southbound in North Carolina. Good deal. And we're celebrating bankruptcy. And in the end, man, it's all just a shit show. It really is. You got to do what it takes to survive. And sometimes you got to stay back, take a step back, and see what you need to do. Provo says he's good for at least a year. Well, good. And as a good friend once told me, sometimes surviving is progress. So I'm really happy to hear Salty Pirate got his 7K because I have a feeling, you know, any savings that we all have, we're going to need it. I'm good for 2 more days. I'm way ahead of you, Provost. It's you can see the stress with the other YouTubers, you know. Nobody's sitting here painting a pretty picture out here, you know. And it's amazing to me. I'm a moderator on one of the rate pages. I believe it's the new owner operators. And in order to join the group, you have to answer a set of questions. And the ones that don't answer questions, they don't get approved. And it's to filter out the people that want to sell you something or dispatch you or whatever. And so there's a lot of people that answer the question, are you an owner operator? They say no, but I'm wanting to be. Or looking to be. Or getting ready to be. And I think that's a tough gig right now. And I've never been the guy to tell you to not do something, because everybody has to make their own choice. You know, if someone wants to go company, I'm not going to say don't do that. If someone wants to be an owner operator, so don't do that. Normally not that guy. But for anybody who wants to be an owner operator right now, I'm going to tell you something. Just kick back for a minute. Patience. Just wait. Just wait it out. You know, water's a little rough right now. You want to get in when you have a chance to dive in and make some progress. And now, John, you sigh, but I know you're still trying to get your CDL. So you don't want to become an owner operator until you've run a little bit. And North Korea want to blow us up, so none of this matters, says Levine Coach. There you go. If rather poke out my eyes than to look at trucking, says James Best. Eddie Drotar, what's up? I feel for you. I hope all gets better for you all. I'm still doing good for now, but it's taking more effort putting it together. So rough, a little tidal wave. I get it, Provost. And here's the other aspect. You know, Chucky reminds me of a point. I was watching a post on Facebook where someone mentioned that they had a contract rate, and TQL came in and undercut them by 25%. So a lot of brokers are taking advantage of this low pricing. It's in the spot market, and the shippers and the buyers are taking advantage of that. So if you're shipping 1,000 loads a day of water in your company, you're going to go with the lowest rate, especially in times like these. So there's a lot of people playing the blame game in different directions, and I've been guilty of it too. Water is rough, the water is gone, says Agent Orange. I'm trying to be a little bit optimistic, right? Try not to use doom and gloom terms. But yeah, there's that meme where it shows this one guy with the $1,200 stimulus package, and then it says oncoming depression. It's a big, huge tidal wave. Quick question: anyone receive anything from the SBA yet? I ended up getting the $1K from one employee advance loan yesterday. Well, good deal, Eddie. I haven't. I did not apply for the Triple P. I only applied for the EIDL. It's the only one I applied for. Wax on, wax off, grasshopper. Water's gone and I'm naked. James Vest. Yeah. It's funny, James made some commentary about me in his last video, and he was afraid I was going to tone him. But I know how he thinks of me. I know how he feels about me. And I guess it's easy to have that perception that I was kind of out here all willy-nilly for a little bit. But, you know, again, I'm a duck. Smooth on the surface, paddle like hell underneath. There's other things in play, right? Provo says nothing from the SBA or from anybody for all three of my corporations. Hensley said he got approved for $25,000. That is interesting because I think only the bigger business loans are getting that 25. I was told that if I did get approved, I did get an email saying, hey, if you're approved and you get this, you're only going to get $1,000 because you're only one employee. So, but if James Hensley got approved for $25,000, good on him, man. That means he could pay off the truck and ride this out. That's what the 1K is, the EILD. So keep an eye out. And I know another person, I won't put his name out here, that also got approved. Paperwork was approved. So some truckers are getting it, but again, there's you know, what does government do? It imbalances everything, right? There's no balance when it comes to government stuff. And so, you know, when you got big corporations like Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and Shake World, you know, getting millions upon millions when they've had good profit thus far, and Ruth's Chris can still serve food. So can Shake World. You know, I've got a friend of mine with a record store that he's hating life right now. And I've been waiting for 2 years for him to open this store. And he finally opens literally 3 months before all this happens. You know, and I feel sorry for him, and I feel sorry for the people that went out and bought a truck like 2 or 3 months ago. You know, thinking that, okay, I'll just have to survive the hard times. Well, this is more than just the typical hard time. He said 3.5 rate for 20 years. Well, that's good. Morning, where's Burger? Just drove past his house. Well, Schmitty, that's kind of stalkerish of you. Approved. You know, and then another friend of mine, you know, made a point that if you do accept one of these SBA loans, you need to read the fine print. And if I can get through this without an SBA loan, then that to me, that's less power or less reliance on the government. But I also want to take advantage of the things that they're passing out, because we don't know how long this is going to go for. I believe the talk in the news of trying to open stuff back up is trying to calm people down. But now we're seeing this rhetoric and like, well, if you go out and about, you're just an a-hole. You're putting people's lives at risk by going out. How dare you go grocery shopping at this point? How dare you go take a walk outside on your street without a mask on? And people are becoming really judgy. And the thing that frightens me with all of this is the lack of common sense and a straightforward answer. I mean, if you guys follow me on Facebook, I post this thing. It was kind of a joke, but it wasn't. It was like, you know, In the beginning of this, we heard, don't wear a mask. You don't need to wear a mask. Only sick people need to wear a mask. To, hey, we're going to make laws that everybody has to wear a mask. Now, the same exact time that they put out that these cities like Laredo are making it mandatory to have a mask, you're seeing reports on the news from medical people saying that wearing a mask actually increases your risk. That's the problem. There's too much information and none of it is worth a squat. That is the most frustrating thing with all of this. And no matter which you choose, I went to Walmart with a mask on. Oh, I can't believe you're wearing a mask. Oh my God. But then at the same time, you got people going, I can't believe you're wearing a mask. Oh my God. That kind of thing. And it's like, which is it? And that's the most frustrating thing. So now we've got to worry about that kind of stuff. And then on top of that, businesses are struggling. We're having trouble paying the bills. My sister's had the same job for 30 years. And she's having to go look for another one because she can't get unemployment because the unemployment office in her state are being dweebs. Oh, but the money's out there. It's easy to get, unemployment. No, it isn't. Moonfleet, what's up? Trucker Brown turns his truck in, says little Viking coach. Poverty will kill more than COVID. I agree. RD Trucking. They can't give you a straight answer. This virus is new. They don't know what to do. And that's the thing. We're dealing with the unknowns. But yet people are watching the internet as gospel. And the government can't discovering that a lot of us have already suspected that this stuff was around back in October and November. So if that's the case, that skews the numbers like quite a bit. Increase in volume in June, August, and things are going to hit the fan big time through February. Just my prediction, says Provost Motorsports. And I will take that to the bank there, Provost. That's why I'm getting things in order at home. That's why I'm taking care of doctor stuff now. That's why I'm dealing with the things that I need to deal with at home, because when it's time to run, I am going to stay out. I'm going to run long and hope that the truck holds up. Carbon dioxide will mess you up. When you exhale with a mask. Right. And so you know what I did? My sister made me a mask. It's really good. My wife made me a mask. It's pretty good. And then I bought one of them motorcycle shields that come up to here. So you can wear it like a scarf. And then when it's time to go into the store, you just wear it for a minute and then come back down. That's what I've done. But I was on the hiking trail the other day, and there were people wearing masks out in nature. Out on a hiking trail. In the middle of the woods. You have people by themselves in their car with masks on. Take the mask off, and then when you get to where you need to go, wear the mask. But again, that's common sense. And now we're getting judged whether you wear a mask or not. On both sides. You're either an idiot for wearing them or you're an idiot for not wearing them. Which one's more hateful, right? Which one's? I can't believe you're putting my life in danger by not wearing a mask. I can't believe you're so stupid. You're a sheeple that you believe in wearing a mask. Well, some of the states have decided the government has to step in and like, okay, well, since you guys can make up your mind with masks, we're going to tell you that you have to wear a mask or there's a huge fine. Or the business, as a business, we're going to tell you that you have to wear a mask to come in and patronize our business. So because of our lack of common sense, that's when the rules come in. That's where the laws come in. That's where the guidances come in, right? If this thing showed me anything, I was social distancing before it was cool. Now you can only slow this thing down. The holier than now social distancing people drive me nuts. I agree. Yeah, there's way too much info and it's changing weekly and daily. Sometimes it's changing hourly. John believes everything he reads on the internet. China lies so much it could have been around in 2018. Virgo life, I wholeheartedly agree. I am a hiker now, Viking Coach. All thanks to you. You and that dang keto stuff that everybody hates. Common sense, where you get that right. I've been wearing a mask since February. Guys were making fun of me then for wearing the mask in the truck stop. As far as wearing a mask in the car, it does help you from touching your face a lot. I disagree with that, Ross, because put on the mask. Now that motorcycle mask, I like it because I don't touch my face at all. I'm not adjusting it, right? But I watched a Walmart worker who's wearing a mask, obviously uncomfortable with it, wasn't fitting him very well. He was constantly like, oh, let me take your money. Fixing the mask. It doesn't. So normally, if he was wearing a mask, he would have been, let me take your money, You forget to take the mask off in the car. See, that's why you need the motorcycle ones, because then you just look cool regardless, And what's going to happen when banks reopen, like in the lobby? You're not allowed to wear, like my bank, you're not allowed to wear a hat, sunglasses. So you're going to come in with a mask, And how many robberies are going to happen? Because now it's like normal to wear a mask, right? So, now, if you see someone going down the street with a mask on, you kind of had to look at them, situational awareness. Why is that guy wearing a mask? Now it's like, oh, he's afraid of getting sick. Oh, sorry, sir. You get robbed, right? They say California had a corona death way back in February, and now they're checking all the way back to December. They don't know anything about this virus. That is absolutely true, John. Birds and the squirrels are infected. Yeah, now we're seeing reports that cats have it. Really? So what are we going to do? Go out and slaughter all the cats? Are you licking your cat's face? If you are, you have other issues. How many just spit out your coffee just now? Don't lick your cat's face. You won't get sick. I should have worn a mask in February, but could have saved me a month of quarantine. Right, so let's evaluate that situation, Provost. Around that time, that was when he had a lot of people that didn't believe that this was real. And so you seemed like a fearmonger if you were wearing a mask back in January. And I remember, I was at a casino at Ameristar, and there was two people wearing a mask. I'm like, oh gosh, But now, so when my wife and I do the grocery shopping, we wear our masks. And, other than that, I haven't been out. I did go to Academy to pick up a couple of things, and then I had to take my shotgun to get it looked at over at the local gun store, and I didn't wear a mask there, but it's a really small, there's only two people in there, and I've got a pretty good, immune system. So, hooded sweatshirt is still banned, but mask is mandatory. LOL. No, I won't say it. I won't say it. We're a child-friendly channel. I want to know if I already have had the virus. I swear back in February, my wife and kids already had it. I would definitely ease the worry if it become infected or not. Eddie, that's true. Jeff feels like he had it. Provost feels like he had it. And there's a lot of people that have it didn't know it. I talked to several friends that had a flu-like thing that tested negative for the flu, but they still had to be hospitalized. And Oh, little Vine Coach, don't be a cat hater. They're cute. They say the antibodies in your system only last 3 months, so you can get it again. That's what else I've heard. The store told me to put a mask on, so I wore the Jason Pope mask. Little Vine Coach. Did you really do that? Dude, that needs to be a video. That needs to be... Okay, so how many... Put a thumbs up in the chat. How many people want to see Little Viking Coach comply with masks with the mask he uses for his Jason parodies? And there's a video of this. Like him walking around in the store with that mask on. How many people want to do that? Want him to do that? Say, look at Little Viking Coach. Only 2? Come on. No one wants to see Little Viking Coach go in the public with that mask on. He could... It will probably keep mutating just like the flu, so having had it, it will only protect you the next round until the next round comes through. That's right. And that's the thing. How many mutations has occurred through this? You would get arrested. You probably would. Because of the nature of the mask, right? So we don't want Little Viking Coach getting arrested, but I think it would be hilarious. Not getting arrested, but the other part. We don't want to get Little Viking arrested, nor would that be funny. But too bad Little Viking Coach can't go live, because then he gets super chats. Dare super chats, right? See, look at all them thumbs up. But see, Little Viking Coach, that's not the only mask you use, right? You can wear your snorkel mask. There you go. That's it. That's it. Film the arrest. You gonna post bail for him, John? I did watch Live PD, and they're hassling people in parks, which, you know, some of the people they hassle in parks probably deserve it, but in California, that is. But I thought I would just go live with my morning coffee and just kind of, you know, people have called in to check on me, and I appreciate that. And I think that's what we all need to do. We need to kind of support each other, check on everybody, you know, check on our friends if we're running, whether they're running or not. I haven't declared a whole, you know, I'm parking for 2 weeks. I haven't done that. But at the same time, I'm waiting to see what next week brings. And if a certain broker has the things that I'm looking for next week, I'll just run that. It'll be at a, it'll help Jeff out a little bit, and it'll help me out a little bit. So Provost is parked. Okay, let's do this. How many people, we're gonna do this Dean Cole style. How many people are parked right now within your control, or because of things out of your control? How many people are parked right now? Yeah, they're using helicopters to get surfers out of the water. Exactly. I made a mask out of my wife's pantyhose. True story. I've heard that's one of the better materials. They filled a skate park with sand, and Sam Clement to keep kids out, so they showed up with dirt bikes. Yeah, I saw that. That infuriated me, and I cheered at the same time. Because, man, what I would have loved to have skate parks like they have around here back in the day when I was riding. I would have loved it. Yeah, you can get it in your eyes. Ross, I believe. I wear glasses anyways. John is parked. James Best is parked. Provost is parked. Agent Orange is parked. Stewart is laid off. Parked, not his choice. Your park tilt's $3 a mile. LOL, 800 a month, 4,300 down. Do it. Do it, Jason. Mr. Bill, hello. Chucky's running. That guy obviously is not parked. Jesse's running. Chucky's running. Rolling loads for a dedicated shipper only. Yeah, if I was in a situation like that, I'd be running. But if here's the week that I decided to take care of other things around the house is when one of the brokers had these line of loads that probably would have been perfect. Now, I still bid on them, but I think if these pop up next week, I will call and say, hey, I noticed you got one of these today. I will do these at this price for each day. And then I'll spend next week in the truck. I'm half parked running when I can take something worth it, scanning the boards and bidding daily. Eddie, that's where I'm at. That is where I'm at. Kevin is keeping on, keeping on. Kevin is taking advantage of situations and blessings that have come into his life. He's taking full advantage of it. Been home a week and have got nothing done. Might do something today. RD just retracted his message. I missed it. Trucker Dean show is running. Welcome back has been parked for a year now. Has it been a year, Mr. Food Mooch? Anybody new to this universe wonders why I call Welcome Back Food Mooch, because that was his MO, was Welcome Back, or Food Mooch. That's how we know him. Still running animal feed, right? 6 months, right. Provost is considering calling it a day and retire. Completely, Provost? 2 weeks at home, leaving tomorrow because I have no choice, says Donnie Luke. Westbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We're going to do what they say can't be done. Right there, RD. Just got a freight alert. Here's $1,000 for 689 miles. Going to Dayton, Texas. 2 deliveries though, 2 stops. That's why it's a little bit better. Get them up to 12, and that's not bad. Give you an idea. That's more Deadhead though, going to Dayton, Texas. Where they got another load, Joplin to Dayton, Texas. $680 for 600 miles. The one that picks up Monday with the lamer appointments is at $690. So they're obviously having trouble moving that one. Here's another one. $1,300 for 851 miles. My favorite is the $689 for 600 miles. That one was my favorite. Where is cows? I have no idea. I think they're out in the field, little bike coach. There are none here. I hear you. Welcome back. Take shotgun and take care of that bird. No. We did have a turkey up here one time. Now, mind you, I'm literally by the 2 biggest arteries in Springfield. And there was actually a wild turkey in my yard. And I called a friend of mine. He's like, why haven't you shot it yet? You know, I was like, well, number one, you can't shoot guns inside the city limits. People kind of frown on that. And number two, what am I supposed to do? Catch it by hand? Knock it out with a hammer? You know, throw an axe at it? And so he's like, I'm coming over with my bow. And then, of course, it was gone. So. Everybody likes my bird. Image of Snorlax chasing a turkey. All right, we are at almost an hour. That bird's mad. Now it's funny because the cats will come out in the yard and really kind of get annoyed with the cats. And I've yet to see one swoop down and chase him. Every now and then you'll catch that. Ollie is digging the bird. Yeah, the other day I was showing one of my kids a red chicken video. It's got the squeaker. And my dog was like, what's that? Yeah, is other trucker James best? Gonna go live? Moonflea's got wild turkey in the bottle. Man, I can't do whiskey, man. I can't do that. Whiskey, you might as well punch me in the face and sit there and tell me to lay down. Where is Jeff? He's probably waiting for me to stop this live feed so he can do his spot market money. Or he's busy. No, I gotta do something before it starts raining. Cluster. Yeah, cluster trucker, I agree with you. Alright guys, time for the inspirational part. Or positive part. Hang in there. We're gonna get through this. Check on your friends, check on your family. Park it when it doesn't make any more sense. And if you didn't prepare for this, you can still make it. You know, we'll all help each other out. And you know, learn from this, and we'll get through it together. You know, let's network. Now's the time when networking is really important. Now's the time when your service is really important. It's easy to say, tell a broker to screw off or tell a shipper they suck when you're only making $1 a mile. It's really easy to do that. It's really easy to have a negative attitude or a crappy attitude. Don't let other people's stresses take you down. You know, a lot of people are freaking out. A lot of people are doing weird things. And you know, people are more anxious. They're more quick. They're quick to quick to attack service people, like people like that are taking your food order, people that are the cashier at the pilot. You know, they're just as stressed, if not worried, as you are. If you're working, count your blessings. If you've got a good load, count your blessings. If you've got a company that hasn't laid you off, count your blessings. Stay put. Stay where you're at. You know, don't falter. And, you know, James Best says, park it so the trucks that are really suffering, they can maybe make a buck. It's a good way to look at it, James. That's a good way. If you're pretty well set, maybe give the guy that doesn't have that savings a chance on that load. So, you know, thank you for reminding you of what's important, John. You're welcome. What's important is your health, your family. Everything else just bonus. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Let's take care of each other. Let's take care of yourself. More importantly, red chicken rules. See ya.